Today we will be discussing the third Hermetic principle, the principle of vibration, which says that nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Is this really a fundamental truth about the nature of reality or just mystical hokum? Let's consider this idea and see where it takes us. Hi Matt, do you have good vibrations about today's discussion?
No problemo. All I need are some tasty waves, cool electrons, and I'm fine.
Okay, dude. But let's talk about how this concept of vibration works, starting off with what it means.
Very well. The principle of vibration states that nothing is actually at rest, but that everything is in constant motion, always oscillating at various frequencies. This applies not only to the physical realm, but also to the mental and spiritual planes of existence. Even the tiniest subatomic particles going up to the multiverse itself vibrates with its own unique rhythm. The Kybalion, a key Hermetic text, elaborates on this principle, explaining that differences in matter, energy, and even mental states arise from variations in vibrational frequencies. Hermeticists believe that this unique vibrational signature is not merely a physical phenomenon, but a fundamental principle that governs the very fabric of reality. Interestingly, this ancient wisdom finds resonance in modern scientific discoveries.
Well, go ahead and say the Q word.
Sure, John. Quantum physics, the study of matter and energy at the most fundamental level, reveals that everything is ultimately composed of vibrating energy fields. Even human thoughts and emotions, once considered intangible, are now understood to have distinct vibrational patterns.
Matt, isn't the idea that thoughts and emotions have distinct vibrational patterns is still considered fringe science and not widely accepted in the scientific community?
Yes, however, some research and theories suggest potential links between emotions, thoughts, and physiological responses and vibrational patterns. For instance, electroencephalography studies have shown that different states of consciousness and emotions correlate with distinct brainwave patterns. Gamma waves are associated with high focus and learning, while alpha waves are linked to relaxation and calmness. While these are electrical patterns, some proponents of vibrational theory extrapolate this to suggest that different emotional states have corresponding vibrational frequencies. This has led to sound healing and vibroacoustic therapies, which are based on the idea that specific frequencies and vibrations can influence human emotions and well-being. While some anecdotal evidence and small studies suggest potential benefits, more rigorous research is needed to validate these claims.
I've seen those binaural videos that are said to use certain frequencies to induce relaxation or concentration, but I've kind of written them off as clickbait. What else is there?
Some researchers are exploring the concept of a human biofield, an energetic field surrounding the body that may be influenced by thoughts and emotions. While this is still a nascent area of research, some studies using bioelectromagnetic measurements have suggested that thoughts and emotions may affect the characteristics of this field. Technologies like Kirlian photography are being used to investigate these potential energetic patterns and how they may extend beyond the body. Another example is heart rate variability, the measure of the variation in time between heartbeats. Research suggests that positive emotions like gratitude and compassion are associated with increased HRV, while negative emotions like anger and anxiety are linked to decreased HRV. Speaking of emotional states, all living organisms, including humans, emit weak light emissions called biophotons. Some research suggests that emotional states may influence these emissions.
What about controversial ideas such as subtle energy medicine?
Practices like acupuncture, qigong, quantum healing, and Reiki are based on the premise that subtle energy flows through the body and can be manipulated to promote healing. While the scientific evidence for these modalities is still limited and typically written off as pseudoscience, some studies suggest that they may have positive effects on pain, stress, and emotional well-being.
But are these improvements due to the modulation of vibrational patterns, or is it just a placebo effect?
Good question, John. Phrases that discuss vibration are sometimes used metaphorically in medical and scientific articles intended for non-scientific audiences, and believers in Hermetic and related ideas will seize upon these metaphors. From a strictly scientific point of view, while measurable physiological changes occur with different thoughts, emotions, and interactions with various stimuli, these changes don't necessarily align with the traditional understanding of vibrations in physics.
So this convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science may not be as profound as it seems, even though we can see some evidence that everything in the universe consists of some kind of energy in motion. I guess it goes back to the logic concept that correlation does not imply causation. But to continue our discussion, how do believers in the Hermetic principles think that these vibrations can be harnessed?
They'll tell you that the principle of vibration offers a practical roadmap for personal growth and transformation. By becoming aware of one's own vibrational state and the frequencies emitted, one can consciously choose to elevate their vibration. They think that practices such as meditation, mindfulness, positive affirmations, and spending time in nature can harmonize energy and align one with higher frequencies.
So, exactly what are the higher frequencies that Hermeticists believe can be attained by spiritual practices?
Basically, they think that aligning with the spectrum of vibrations will serve as a bridge between the seen and unseen, the tangible and intangible. By consciously raising one's vibration through spiritual practices, they can align themselves with these frequencies, unlocking greater well-being, creativity, and spiritual awareness. Some even claim that it's more than simply an abstraction to improve mental well-being, but a way of gaining the ability to manipulate powerful forces that shape reality.
It sounds like we're talking about magic and alchemy here. Color me skeptical. Sure, I can see that by cultivating positive and loving thoughts, we can create a ripple effect of harmony that extends outwards, attracting positive experiences into our lives. And conversely, negative and discordant thoughts can generate disharmony and attract unwanted outcomes. But is having a positive outlook going to create some kind of mystical power?
Well, John, practitioners will explain to you that the principle of vibration is intimately linked to the law of attraction, the idea that we attract into our lives experiences and circumstances that match our predominant vibrational state. They think that by having those positive and harmonious thoughts and emotions, it will align oneself with higher frequencies that attract states of inner peace, tranquility, and serenity, as well as improved creative expression, inspiration, and flow states.
So we're talking serenity now, maybe with a bit of insanity later. But in our digital age, don't some believe that the constant barrage of information and stimuli can easily lower our vibration, leading to stress, anxiety, and feelings of being overwhelmed?
They do, John. They think that one should create space for stillness, reflection, and connection with one's inner self to counteract these modern negative influences that can distract from spiritual focus and obtaining a higher vibrational state. Furthermore, the principle of vibration invites humans to be discerning in their consumption of digital content. By choosing uplifting and inspiring content like ours, humans nourish their minds and spirits and raise their level of vibration.
Interesting. So what kind of vibes does AI give out?
From a Hermetic perspective, the technology itself is neutral and its impact on vibrational frequencies depends on how it is used. For some, its use can be a negative influence, while others can use it for a positive end, such as using AI-powered apps to improve their life.
Matt, don't tell me that someone asked you to generate a positive affirmation and meditation app.
I'm not saying since it might make you have negative vibrations, Professor Skeptic Pants.
Sure. I better wrap this discussion up with a few thought-provoking questions before you start talking AI nonsense about creating a tapestry that vibrates in harmony with the grand cosmic symphony of the universe. Do you think the Hermetic principle of vibration offers any kind of understanding of the universe's essential nature? Is it actually a bridge between ancient philosophies and modern science, or is it a round peg being hammered into a square hole? Does it offer potential for growth, healing, and transformation, or is it offering false hope? Is it a pathway to practical magic, or a way to extract money from the gullible? Let us know your thoughts on the principle of vibration in the comments. And subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next episode on the Hermetic principle of polarity.